For those of you who I have not had the pleasure of meeting, my name is Charlie McGeaney. I'm honored to serve as president here at Vandercook College, and just can't tell you how proud I am of these students tonight for 3 weeks of school, 3 weeks of work. In some cases, some of these ensembles have had less than 3 hours of rehearsal. And I think they deserve a great big round of applause. It is wonderful to see so many parents and families here tonight. And do you like the Saturday night venue concert? Is that good for you? I can tell from the standing room only crowd, that's terrific. Also want to thank, we have so many alumni here tonight. If you're an alumnus of the college, either through the bachelor's program or the master's program, would you stand up so we can acknowledge you too? All of our alums that are here tonight. Thank you very, very much. So rewarding to see you. In your program, you saw this little green flyer. If you don't, at this point in time, get our emails or get mail from us, we would like to add you to our mailing list because we want to let you know the exciting things that are going on for our college. You'll all be getting, if you do sign up and you get our mail, you're going to be getting a card for a special invitation for a reception that we're having on Tuesday evening, October 23rd. And that's when we're going to be unveiling the plans as we start our renovation of our second building. We're going to be starting phase 1 of that renovation. We're starting in planning right now, and we're hoping to be in there within 2 years. It's a really exciting time for the college, and these kids deserve it, and you're going to be hearing more and more about it. So please join us that night. It's going to be a short reception celebration in the new facility where we had the reception this evening. And speaking of that, I want to thank Claire Marie Keenan and so many of the faculty that helped us, Dr. Rosenthal, Ms. Rhodes, Ms. Krupa, Dr. Sinclair, Wade Fong, Pete Frasso, everybody who helped, who had a hand in the reception tonight. Thank you very, very much. It was very nice of you to do that. We appreciate it. Oh, they can get a round of applause, too. One of the important things when you run a college, you have a college and you have students, is that you need people that support you. And they support you in many, many, many ways. They send their children there, they recommend people to come to school, and some of them are generous to the point where they create opportunities for other people to go to school. They create scholarships for students to go to school. At this concert tonight, as well as at other concerts throughout the year, we're going to be recognizing some students who have been the recipients of the generosity of these people. And we're going to do several this evening. Now we're going to start off with, I'm going to ask Hermann, who's a member of our Board of Trustees, but also who is Senior Vice President of the Hal Leonard Publishing Corporation. And his boss, Keith Mardak, has established a scholarship fund here at the college for future music educators. And we would like to inform Mr. Jose Quintana that he is the recipient of this year's Keith Mardak Scholarship. Jose, are you here? Jose, can you come in, please? And receive this certificate. At this time, I would like to call up our Board Trustee Chairman, Dr. Lou Schmidt, and his wife, Jerry. Dr. Schmidt and Mrs. Schmidt have established the Lou and Jerry Schmidt Scholarship Fund here at Vandercook College. And they have a recipient this year who is a young lady, a freshman from Wisconsin. I think this is going to be a surprise to her. Sarah Anderson, would you come up, please, and accept the Lou and Jerry Schmidt Scholarship? We'd like to ask if dear friend of the college, Mr. George Quinlan, Sr. If he would come on up. Mr. Quinlan, would you please come up? Mr. Quinlan just celebrated his 90th birthday.
Oh, bless him.
There are 3 generations of Quinlans in the room tonight. There's Mrs. George Sr., George Jr., who also serves on our board of trustees, and his wife Cindy, and George's and Cindy's son, George Andrew Quinlan, who's our freshman in our percussion section. So that's a pretty good legacy you got. Mr. Quinlan told me that when he taught band, that the day before the concert, what would you do the day before the concert, Mr. Quinlan?
Say what?
The day before the concert, when you had band, you'd get mad at him, right? You tell the band. You don't remember, right? Well, he told me that the day before the concert, he'd always get mad at the band and holler at the band because he knew the next day they'd come back ready to play. So, remember that? Well, Mr. Quinlan has established a scholarship in memory of his wife, Lorraine. We have 2 recipients of that scholarship this year. The first is young man Ariel De Leon. Ariel?
Oh, yeah.
And the next young man is Mr. Devontae Anderson. Devontae, if you please come up.
Oh, wow.
Thanks, Mr. Quinlan. Mr. Quinlan's going to be one of our guest conductors at the Midwest Clinic this December. Because I think everybody needs to see a 90-year-old guy who still acts like a 15-year-old. I'll tell you what. What an inspiration.
90 years old.
Our last award that we're going to give tonight is another special award. And before I call on this young lady to make a few remarks, and I want you to know that, you don't have to be a millionaire to start a scholarship fund. A scholarship for a student in the amount of $500 is a lot of money. It helps to pay for their books. It helps to pay for their music. It just helps to pay for their education. If that's something that you know of someone that would be interested in starting a scholarship fund, or maybe some friends and family want to do one in memory of someone, please reach out to us. Let us know, because the more we can help these students go to school, the better our educational system is going to be, the better Vandercook's going to be, the better these kids are going to be in terms of being great music teachers. So I want to thank these donors this evening, as well as a whole host of other donors who you'll be seeing throughout the year if you keep coming back to our concerts. At this time, we have a special award that's presented by the widow of Dr. Victor Zajac. Dr. Zajac was a legendary historical teacher here at the college. Graduated from Vandercook, went to Mississippi, developed a world-class band program, and our founder, H.E. Nutt, called him back to be a teacher at Vandercook. And Vic directed the band for many years and taught instrument repair, and I think he probably taught every class that Vandercook offers. And upon his untimely death several years ago, a scholarship fund was established in his name. And at this time, I'd like to ask you to welcome up here Marilee Zajac to make the presentation. Marilee.
I've had the honor of being able to present a scholarship, a $1,000 scholarship, to a student here at Vandercook. My husband taught here for 25 years, but he was affiliated with the college from beginning back in 1939 when he was in high school, and his high school band director and orchestra director, were both members of the faculty here, and they suggested that he come over to Vandercook to take some clarinet lessons. And then he was affiliated with them after the war. He came back and got a bachelor's degree, and then he was affiliated with them during his master's degree time. And he also received an honorary doctorate from here in 1990, so he had a long-standing, I think I figured up 66 years that he was affiliated with the school. I've had quite a long standing with them also. I'm a graduate here 2 different times, bachelor's and master's degree. And I was thinking tonight as I was preparing for this, sort of a juxtaposition hopped into my mind. And I was thinking my husband was a junior in high school when he first came over here, and it was because of his band director and the orchestra director that he came here. Then I was thinking it was exactly, to this day, 50 years ago, that I was a junior here. And I was here because my high school band director said, I think you need to go to school there. And so tonight, it gives me great pleasure to award this $1,000 scholarship to a very deserving young lady, a junior in college, someone who is a woodwind player, as I was, and someone who is destined to be a very fine graduate from Vandercook College of Music. And tonight, it's my honor to give the $1,000 scholarship to Stephanie Gergen. We have one other little surprise here tonight, too. Stephanie, because your parents and family were not able to travel tonight to be with you, your mother sent these for you.
Thank you, Carly. Give us just a moment, we'll do a little warm-up and a quick tune here.